Hey everybody, Shane here, Shoebox Legends. Thanks for joining me today for a Cheesebox COMC Rummage. Been a couple weeks since we did one of those. And before we get started, I have a special bonus today. Got my Sportlots box shipped to me recently. I was reminded by a hobby friend about that, and I had some stuff that had been sitting in there for over a year, or close to a year, because I haven't used Sportlots in forever. So I shipped what was in my box, just got it in the mail yesterday, and I thought I would show this one particularly cool package before we get started with the rummage. This is all box bottoms cut out of boxes of O-Pee-Chee hockey from Upper Deck across various years, going all the way back to 2008 through 2019. So I love box bottom cards, and I got this entire stack here. Grand total on this was $8.67 with free shipping to my box. So for $8, got the Ovi. This is going to go into the OVZ. Look at that retro Ovechkin. Just awesome. Blank back. I think these are all blank backs from modern O-Pee-Chee releases. Marc-Andre Fleury with the Knights. How about that? Steven Stamkos, 500 goal scorer and future NHL Hall of Famer. Love that Lightning card there. How about a Nathan MacKinnon? Guy that I don't have a lot of. If you want to see some really awesome Avalanche and MacKinnon cards, go visit Brandon at Rounded Corners Sports Cards. I'll leave a link below. Fairly new channel, great Avalanche collector among other things. Got Patrick Kane for the Hawks, currently recovering from surgery. Here's an awesome one. This is from the 2008 O-Pee-Chee set, and they did the retros to be in the 79-80 design, the Wayne Gretzky rookie year. I got Jerome Iginla, another Hall of Famer there. I can't believe this whole stack was $8. Here are some horizontal box bottoms. Ovi, going into that Z, of course. Nikita Kucherov, Machine. And I got a couple copies of Kucherov. I mean, I pretty much bought whatever this guy had. I mean, you can see from the paperwork here, these were somewhere between 22 cents and 77 cents. The most expensive card being 77 cents. Here's Marc-Andre Fleury again. Got another Patrick Kane, All-Star this time. How about another Ovi, the All-Star to match that Kane. This is so cool. Henrik Lundqvist from the Rangers. Love that one. Got a little bit older Ovi here. This one's got some creasing in it, but who cares? It's a box bottom card. So older Ovi there. Another Ovi with those throwback Capital sweaters. Got a couple copies of that one as well. 3, it looks like. That's going to look nice in a Z. And then how about this one, this top-loaded card, Connor McDavid. Love that. So what an awesome bunch of hockey box bottoms for $8 and change. Super happy with that. And that's definitely an example of Sportlots at its finest. And with that hockey content out of the way, let's just pull some COMC pickups. And we're going to transition with a hockey card as well. One that would have been better suited in the month of October with that mask. But check out this canvas Mike Liut. How awesome is that? Shout out to Andy at D's Collection, who I know is a St. Louis guy. That is a fantastic photo. They do these throwback retired players canvas cards going back about over a dozen years now. So that was only $1 or $2. Mike Liut, of course, longtime goalie for the Hartford Whalers, which is why I like him, but depicted with the blues there. Next up, Connor McDavid had a little bit of a slow start to the season. I mean, he's producing at like point per game pace, so for anybody else, it would be a great start. For him, it's a little bit slow. I am not concerned at all. I feel like he's going to get rolling any moment and be back atop the scoring charts for the league. This is a second-year base card out of 2016 Upper Deck. There's really nothing more to it than that, just an everyday base card. But he's a special enough player that I'll grab those if I see him at 50 cents or less, perhaps. All right, a quick soccer card here. You've got Virgil van Dijk. This is a pink wave refractor from the Topps Chrome UEFA Champions League. That's going right into the Soccer Z after we finish this video. Liverpool having a great season in the Premier League. Go vintage baseball next. Phillies card here, Lou Ortiz. Great stuff here from 55 Topps Baseball. Card number 114. It seems like I say this every time I pull one of these from the box, but this is what I look for in these. Clean front, clean back, no paper loss or really like big creases or anything. And cards that may not grade, 8 or 9, but they look nice all together in a box. So I'm going to do a video soon with a bunch of 55s because I ran across a huge stack of those that I have towards my set build that I never showed off here on YouTube. I've had them a long time. Found those cleaning up my office and have those set to the side for an upcoming video. How about a basketball card here, continuing through most of the major sports. Check out this Dr. J. Picked up a graded vintage card of his from the 70s recently, but this one was just a cheap grab, under $1, because if you know me, you know I love atomic or ice or crystal, whatever you want to call it, this effect on a card. And this is going to be a nice shiny addition to my small basketball card Z Folio, which I will show someday on the channel, but right now it's nowhere near full and it would make for a pretty sad episode. So that Dr. J will at least get me one step closer, and perhaps we'll be looking at that basketball Z Folio in a future video. Got another hockey card here. This is a rainbow, which is basically a refractor out of O-Pee-Chee Platinum of Leon Draisaitl. Teammate of Connor McDavid and one of the most dynamic offensive players in the NHL. There's a little bit of marking, but that's on the top loader there, or the penny sleeve there. But gorgeous card, and thanks to the E-Pack promotion between Upper Deck and COMC, you can get cards like this for literally 30 cents, 25 cents, whatever it is. So dirt cheap Draisaitl there. All right, back to baseball, and this one is going to look nice next to that Dr. J because it's a sapphire card of David Ortiz from the Home Run Derby back in 2010. Really cool. Love this one. Got a lot of retired players in 2020 Topps Chrome Update Sapphire because there was no All-Star Game proper in 2020 due to the COVID pandemic. And so we got a tribute to All-Star Game past, or All-Star Games past, I should say, in that 2020 set. So cool. David Ortiz there. Again, really cheap. Like nothing that we've seen here was more than $1 or $2 so far today. Here's a nice Ovi from Upper Deck Allure. This is the 2019-20, which is the first ever Allure set. The brand does continue on to this day. And this is just a clean white die cut. It's not numbered or anything like that, but it will go nicely into the OVZ Folio alongside some of these box bottoms that we saw at the outset of the Rummage today. So cool Ovi there. A lot of hockey content from the box today. And here we go. We have hockey, baseball, and basketball. So let's do all of the major sports plus soccer by getting a football card in. So here is Adrian Peterson. I remember him better with the Minnesota Vikings, but this was later in his career. One of the most dynamic running backs that I've ever seen play the years that I've been a fan of the NFL. And much like the Dr. J, this is just going to go into the little football Z Folio that I have. I have one Z Folio each for football and basketball because I have few enough cards from those two sports that they can be contained in a single Z. So I have a select portion of that football Z because I'm a big fan of this set, and I love the way the prism or refractor cards look with that etching. So look at that, just great stuff. Awesome, Adrian Peterson there. Cool to see all of the major sports represented already in the Rummage. And yeah, we continue on with the Ice or Atomic, and this is a very significant hockey card, if you know. This is from 2013 Panini Select, second Select card in a row, and it's Jaromir Jagr. Now, this was a card that was given out at the Expo up in Toronto. So they do a twice a year Expo. They actually just had it up in Toronto, one in the fall, one in the spring. And this was produced for that spring Expo back in 2013, or I guess it would have been probably spring of 2014. So this is an ice parallel, or cracked ice parallel of a Jaromir Jagr Select card from the 1 year that Panini made a standalone. Actually, they might have done 2 years of standalone Select hockey, but they only very briefly had a hockey license, and this card is insane. Easily my favorite card that I've pulled. I'm embarrassed to admit this, but I kind of forgot, or I absolutely forgot that I had purchased this card. And the second this video ends, this guy is going into a one-touch magnetic. This is absolutely gorgeous. Check out that etching through the Devils logo there on the uniform and just that awesome atomic effect. Learned just recently on my buddy Sammy at SFI Sports Cards, his channel, that Jágr's number is going to be retired by the Penguins in February of this year. So have to do a tribute episode to him at that time, and this card will make another appearance. But man, this is insane. I'm going to have to look up what I paid for this, go back and check it out. But whatever it was a steal, I'm sure, because you just don't see this one often. So great Jaromir Jágr card there. I guess we'll keep going. We'll pull at least one more card, maybe two. We'll see how we do. Here's a Louis. Got soccer covered as well with Van Dijk and Lewandowski today. So this is a Revolution, and I think this is just the base card. Let me look at yeah, this is just the base card. This is just what Panini Revolution Soccer looked like in 2017. Crazy set. I remember buying a couple rack packs of this from a local big box store, but picked up some singles like Louis here for just 25 or 50 cents. Whoops. Let's do another oversized card here, and we'll finish on this one from my favorite vintage set, 1953 Topps. How about a Preston Ward for the Chicago Cubs? Great way to finish today's episode. Iconic set. I've loved it for over 30 years now and just very slowly plodding away at trying to complete it. I don't honestly know if I'll ever get there. Really admire guys like my friend Joe at Four Soft Corners here on YouTube that have completed a set. Drew also at Clean Cheap Shots, I know, has a complete set. So that's definitely a feat. I'm not sure if I'm that guy, but Preston Ward gets me one card closer anyway. And let's take a look at the back, since these do have fantastic card backs as well. Just like the 55 that I showed, nice and clean and everything that I need in a 53. And the perfect card to conclude today's video on. So we touched on a little bit of everything across this smattering of cards, vintage cards, brand new shiny cards, all four major sports plus soccer. Pretty good variety through today's Rummage. So thanks for sticking it out. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'll be back soon with some more content. Till then, enjoy the hobby, everybody. Take care.